Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another base workout. Today we've got a 20-minute workout in front of us. We're just going to start with our walking. Today's warm-up is going to look just a little bit different. We're shortening it down a minute to only 4 minutes instead of 5, but that's not a problem. We'll still get all of our muscles warmed up and ready to go. And again, we'll just start with an easy pace at walking for 1 minute, and then we'll head into our marches and butt kicks like normal, and then we will go into another 2 minutes of walking and get our build-up drill going so that we'll work ourselves up to that intensity that we want to hit today. Today's main segment is going to focus a little bit more on endurance. We're going to be walking at higher intensities for a longer duration of time. Just giving you a little heads up on that. I'm going to start marches in about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, start marching. You can march in place, or if you want to keep walking while you're marching, that's totally fine. Just make sure you have the balance to do so. Don't want you tipping over and falling because marches do test your balance a little bit, but we got about another 10 seconds here before we take it into butt kicks. In 3, 2, 1, we'll transition into butt kicks. Remember, these are just lifting your heel up towards your butt and bending your knees. Again, you can do these while you're standing still on the side of the trail or wherever you're choosing to join us from today, or you can continue walking. Going to transition back to walking at 50% in 3, 2, 1. Give me a 5 out of 10 here. We're going to stay here for about 30 seconds and then we'll gradually work our way up to 80% in 15-second intervals. Again, this will just help you feel out the intensity of the main segment that we're going to be getting to today. Been doing this all along, but just to reiterate that. Bring it up to 60 in 3, 2, 1. Give me a 6 out of 10. Step up that pace just a little bit. Should feel a little bit more taxing than the 50%, but not too much. Step it up to 70% in 3, 2, 1. Give me more. Push yourself harder. We're at that 7 out of 10. We're going to step it up to that 80% in 3, 2, 1. Keep going, push a little harder. This is going to be the highest intensity that we'll reach with today's exercise, just to give you a little feeler. We'll step it down to an easy pace, and we'll hang here for the next 45 seconds or so before we get into the main segment of the exercise session. Should feel your heart rate starting to come down just a little bit after we pushed ourselves through that 50 to 80% intensity. So with today's main segment, like I said, it's going to be a little bit more endurance focused. We're going to be walking at 75% for 6 minutes and then 80% for the remaining 5 minutes of the workout. So we have 10 seconds before we transition into that 75%. In 3, 2, 1, bring up that pace, bring it up. So like I said, we'll be hanging here for the next 6 or so minutes. And we really want to focus on trying to keep a consistent pace at that 75%. If you do need to take a break for any unforeseen reason or need to take a drink of water, feel free to pause me if you'd like, and then you can jump back in wherever you left off. It's totally fine. Also, I want you to do a mental check-in on that posture since we're at the very beginning of our workout. I want you to make sure that you are always focusing on that, but just giving you a little tap on the shoulder. I want you to roll those shoulders back and keep that body in alignment, your hips over your knees, over your ankles. Nothing's reaching too far out in front of you. You want to always keep that good posture. So we have 5 more minutes here. We're about a third of the way through this 6-minute bout. We got about 4 more minutes at 75%. Keep it on up. You got this. We're just about halfway through. We've got 3 minutes left at the 75%. And then just giving a little heads up into the last 5 minutes of the main segment. We're going to be walking at 80% for 5 minutes. Two minutes left. Keep going, keep up that pace, keep pushing yourself, trying to keep that constant intensity. Even if you find yourself slowing down a little bit because it is a longer interval at a higher intensity, that's perfectly fine. I want you to push yourself at a pace that you feel is comfortable for you. And what you might feel is comfortable for you might not be the pace that, say, someone else that you might be working out with is walking at, and that is perfectly fine. I want you listening to your own boundaries and feeling out what's right for you to do. Of course, I'd always recommend working out at the intensity of the exercise that we have in front of us, but that is perfectly fine. We have 1 more minute here at 75% before we step it up into that 80%. Thirty seconds here. And we've got 10, In 3, 2, 1, step it up to that 80%. Step it up, step it up. I know you got more in you. You got more in the tank. We're going to continue at this intensity and pace for the next 5 minutes, and then we'll head into our warm down for the day. I want you to keep going, give me everything you've got. And like I said a little bit earlier in the workout, if you need to pause for any reason whatsoever, if you need to just pause and take a break, get a drink, whatever it may be, feel free to pause the video and then hop back in the workout whenever you feel ready. I'll be right here for you. About 2 minutes down, 3 to go. Remember, try and keep that constant pace at that 80%. Try and push yourself through this workout. I know you can do it. Got 2 minutes left here. Have just over a minute left here. I want you to keep giving me a constant 80%. Keep going, keep pushing. Keep giving me your all. We don't have much longer left here. And then we'll transition into our warm down. We have 5 minutes here. We'll just start that off with some easy paced walking. I want you to set that pace for yourself. Just remember we are in the cool down at that point, so I want you to choose a pace that's going to slow down your heart rate a little bit, because when we're walking this intensely at 80%, you're going to find your heart rate increasing, your breathing rate increasing. You might start to feel yourself sweating at this point, which you should be, because you should be pushing yourself. But during the cool down, we just want to start relaxing the body, and like the name suggests, we want to start cooling down our body. So we'll transition into an easy walk in 3, 2, 1. Give me that slower walk. And we'll just hang here for the next 2 minutes. We've got another minute here at this easy-paced walk. And then we'll transition into some exercises that we're going to focus on some lower extremity range of motion. We'll start with marches like we did in our warm-up. Then we'll transition into side lunges and front lunges that we have done during other base workouts, and we're just bringing them back because they are very great for increasing hip, knee, and ankle mobility, so I'm going to incorporate them today. Another 10 seconds here. And we'll transition into marches in 3, 2, 1. So I want you to go slower with your marches. And when you're lifting one of your legs up, I want you to hold it and drop it down. So basically, I want you to emphasize your range of motion instead of a repetitive range of motion. We're going to see how long you can stand on that single leg and lift that other leg up for. And I want you to start holding it for a little bit longer. It's helping with our hip mobility, trying to stretch it upwards just a little bit more. And also we're helping increase our balance a little bit by keeping that leg in the air for a little bit longer. Now we're going to transition into side lunges. Just normally like we've done in past workouts. If you need to find something to hold on for to help you feel more secure with these side lunges, that's totally fine. I'm just going to start all on the right side at first. We're going to hold it for a stretch. You feel a stretch on the inside of that left leg. I'm going to switch to the other side. Go side lunges out to the left, and then we'll end like with a stretch like we did on the right side. I want you to hold that stretch. You're going to feel the inside of your right leg getting a nice stretch. We're going to transition into front lunges now. We're going to go alternating here. This again is helping a lot with knee and ankle mobility and stabilization through that leg. Again, if you need to find something to help you to stabilize yourself with, it's completely fine. Feel free to pause the video. So I'll just keep going, alternating lunges. And you can go as slow as these as you want. You don't have to do these fast by any means because we are supposed to be cooling ourselves down. So we're just helping to strengthen that knee and ankle. Got about 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and we're all done. Woohoo!